University of Missouri Extension economist Ron Plain is our hog market analyst this week. U.S. pork farmers continue to churn out high amounts of meat. Production in September was record high for the month and up 9% from a year ago. But the USDA's cold storage report for that month showed an alarming statistic. Frozen pork supplies were up 19% from September 2014 and the highest September since data was first recorded in 1915. However, Thursday's export report for the month of September showed pork shipments 18% higher than September 2014. The most immediate concern, perhaps, is the huge slide in hog prices over the last few weeks. We started there when we talked with Ron Wednesday morning.
Jeff, it's been going the wrong way. We've seen a sharp drop in hog prices in the last 3 weeks, down $9, $10 per hundredweight. Not really all that surprising. We normally trend lower this time of year. The odds-on favorite for the low for the year is sometime early to mid-December. So we're headed that direction. It's just kind of surprising how quickly they've fallen in the last 3 weeks.
The floor is a little ways away then.
Well, hopefully not too far away. We've got carcass prices around $57 and live weight basis at $47 at the plants, $40 at the terminal markets. We're probably going to take a bit more off of that, but I don't think we'll see near the decline going forward that we've had in the last 3 weeks.
Does this recent movement push us to losses per head?
Unfortunately, yes. Iowa State calculations said we made about $12 per hog during the month of September, probably 5 to 10 during October when the final numbers are in. But here in November, December, January, February, I'm expecting all 4 of those months to have red ink.
Next year, do you expect that to carry on further into the year?
Well, the pig report said that sow fairings this fall expect to be down 2.5%, this winter down 0.7%. We're likely to get more pigs per litter, but all in all, hog slaughter next year pretty close to this year, and therefore prices in 2016 likely to average fairly close to what we had this year. Looks like this year on average is going to be slightly profitable, and right now I'd say the same thing for 2016.
It's kind of a broad question, but would you say that producers, because of 2 years ago, are situated well financially, or is it still a case-by-case basis?
In general, on average, I think the producers are in pretty good shape. As to farm, how much trouble one's had with PED and how many pigs you lost to that is a big factor. Other disease, PRRS and stuff. There's always a lot of variation farm to farm. So in general, pretty good shape, but there's going to be some exceptions.
All right, you talked about farrowings and overall production. What does that mean for supply here as we go into 2016?
Well, pork production was up this year, 7–8% more pork produced than last year. We've got a lot of pork in cold storage, and so the supplies are plentiful and going to stay that way. We'll tighten it up next summer, but from the consumer standpoint, the kind of prices we've had in recent months will drop a bit in the winter. They always do, but all in all, not a whole lot different in 16 than what we've had this year, I don't think.
Yeah, that latest cold storage report was concerning, Ron. What's led to this much supply in freezers?
Yes, Jeff, a lot of red meat and a lot of chicken in cold storage. Several things. One, exports have been soft. The very strong U.S. dollar has hurt foreign demand for U.S. meats, and so a lot of it's piled up in cold storage. The fact that we've had increased hog slaughter and increased broiler production this year means the supplies are plentiful, and a lot of it is yet to be consumed.
What's your outlook on whether or not exports can pick up if the strength of the dollar moves at all?
The dollar's been strong. That's been one of the things, Jeff, that's really slowed U.S. exports and boosted imports of pork. If the dollar drops back in value, I'm optimistic that we can move more pork overseas. The world economy's not growing as fast as it was, but still growing, and foreign demand, I think could bounce back with a weaker dollar.
What about domestic demand, Ron? Paint that picture for me.
Well, it's slowly growing, Jeff. As a general rule of thumb, when the economy grows, meat demand grows. Consumers with money to spend like to buy meat. The growth hasn't been very robust in domestic economy, but enough to give us about a 2% higher domestic demand for pork this year than last year.
Do you think the World Health Organization's report on meat will significantly impact demand?
I'm not expecting it to, Jeff. If you pay close attention to the numbers, it was a very small factor, a negative factor for consuming processed meats. And you know, we've heard a lot of news over the years about what we eat. You've got to eat something, and I don't look for much of an impact at the consumer level.